you know that vaccines prevent more than 2.5 million deaths each year? Did you also know that most diseases prevented by vaccines are no longer common in the United States today? If vaccines weren't used, just a few cases could quickly turn into tens or hundreds of thousands. Hi, my name is Brett Tokesh, and today I'm going to speak with you guys reasons why I feel you should get vaccinated. I'm going to discuss some of the benefits about vaccines, why they're safe, they're effective, and reasons why you shouldn't be opposed to the idea of getting vaccinated. So just imagine living in a world without vaccines. The outcome would be terrifying. There'd be more people sick and or dead than ever before. This is why getting vaccinated throughout your lifetime and annually should be important to you. You may struggle with the thought of needles or hate making doctor visits, but it's your responsibility to get vaccinated to preserve your health and to prevent those around you from getting sick. So being a registered nurse, obviously I work in the healthcare field. I deal a lot with vaccinations. I know what they're used for, why people need them, but everyone still has their opinion why they think they're not safe. But I have a lot of knowledge and skills with this, and I feel that it's my responsibility to get my patients vaccinated every single year. So the first thing we'll talk about is why you guys should get vaccinated. Is vaccines throughout your lifetime will help keep you healthy. It starts all with newborns, the importance of newborn vaccines. Without early vaccination, most diseases and viruses can kill a newborn baby who lack the mature functioning immune system required to fight off illnesses that regular adults have. Side effects are very rare and they're not life-threatening. Now I know a lot of parents, they have a lot of speculation out there. They're afraid that if you get your newborn vaccinated, they're afraid they're going to grow up with autism, they're going to have X, Y, and Z, all these disorders, but it's just not true, and it's been proven that they've been safe. And a child with a vaccine preventable disease can also be denied attendance at a school or child care facility. So that's just another reason why you definitely should not be opposed to getting your child vaccinated. These are just a list, just to name a few of some of the major diseases and viruses that you can protect your baby from if you're not opposed to vaccines. So diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, polio, influenza, the flu, Hep B, measles, which are all can be deadly to an infant if they don't get vaccinated with these. So even as we get older into our young adult middle age, it's still important to get and stay vaccinated. It's just as important as diet and exercise. Young and healthy people still can get very sick too. And think about it also, vaccine preventable diseases are also very expensive in terms as when you get sick. Think about all the times you got to run out, go to CVS, Walmart, Target. You have to buy a bunch of over-the-counter meds, and on top of that, you're missing work, so you're losing money. So in that terms, not getting vaccinated can cost you money. And at the last stage, older adults in life, they especially need the flu vaccines due to a compromised immune system, which can't fight off disease as well as the younger population. Eventually, as they get older, immunity diseases wears off over time, causing an increased risk, and they also need their vaccines at a higher concentrated dose. And if not, older people, I see them in the hospital all the time, they could eventually die from just getting the flu shot because they just don't have the tolerance to fight it off. So the next thing to discuss is how vaccines are safe and effective. Vaccines are safe because it takes 10 to 15 years of extensive testing and development by major health departments such as the CDC, I'm sure you guys heard of that, WHO, World Health Organization, before they're even released to the public. And the process in itself of creating a vaccine is highly regulated, it's highly complex to assure safety for everyone. And also continual studies by scientists consistently prove how vaccines are safe and how they're not linked to disorders such as autism. And by the way, that famous study showing the link between autism and vaccines has been proven false and it's been discredited. Honestly, that doctor was paid millions of dollars to write that, so people will be like, oh, okay, vaccines are bad, we're not going to get them, but just not true. Vaccines are also highly effective. Data and charts have proven positive correlation trends show a decreased number of cases of a particular disease or virus when more people become vaccinated. Obviously, the benefits outweigh the risks, and think about it, if vaccines weren't proven effective, there would still be outbreaks of many vaccine-preventable diseases today, such as smallpox, measles, diphtheria, polio. So those things that are wiped out completely, that are probably still going on in third world countries but not in the US, is because of vaccines that are gone. So you look at this chart, you see with measles how as more people became vaccinated over time, obviously less cases were present and eventually got to the point where it doesn't even exist anymore, and that's because of vaccinations. So there is some truth to it. Vaccines also prevent spreading disease and sickness. How? Through a main term called herd immunity. Now, this is when a critical portion of the community is immunized against a contagious disease, and Most members of the community are protected due to little opportunity for an outbreak. So this kind of idea, greater good for the greater number. And the great thing about this is even those that aren't eligible for vaccinations such as infants, pregnant women, and immunocompromised older adults, they still get some protection and benefit from it because of the spread of the contagious disease is contained. So this is also termed community immunity, and it's where less people are sick and the decreased spread as a result. So here in this illustration you can see the blue individuals represent those that are just healthy individuals but they weren't vaccinated, and you see the two red are obviously those that are sick, and how you see how easily the disease or virus spreads throughout the population. But as you go down, you see the gold represent those that are vaccinated. You can see how it becomes more contained, and as a result, the virus disease is less spread throughout the population. So it stays, you're saving lives and less people are getting sick. So also, vaccines that help build up the body's natural defenses. It does this by developing immunity to disease by creating antibodies. Antibodies are like white blood cells in your body that are fighting everything off. The immune system remembers this for the future, and remember, just to think about this, it's always better to prevent something than to cure it. You can easily get a vaccine shot, or you can risk the chance of possibly getting this disease or virus, such as the newborn, and dealing with the consequences of that. So also a huge speculation, vaccines will not be the diseases tend to prevent. I even thought this at first growing up, but it's just not true. Vaccines, they contain some of the portion of the virus, but it's not going to give you what it's injecting you with. It's only going to give you mild symptoms of the disease, such as the pain in the injection site when you get the IM injection. You might have a mild fever, flu-like symptoms, lethargy, which is weakness, and sneezing. So it's like a give or take. You'd rather suffer from these minor symptoms, or would you want to deal with the more serious consequences, such as the wheezing, chest pain, shortness of breath, or even death or hospitalization if you actually got the disorder? And when you get a flu shot vaccination specifically, or any type of vaccination, it contains a weakened form of the virus called attenuated. So it's the actual virus, but it's weakened or dead, and your body's well capable of fighting it off, and you won't get the actual symptoms, but you help build a stronger immune system because of it. And so yeah, let's just face it, no one likes getting sick, so that's why getting vaccinated is a simple solution to ensure you'll get through your year without regret when flu season comes around. So if you care about your health and others, you should take the idea of getting vaccinated seriously. It should be your responsibility to get annual flu shots. And like I said, even if you're as healthy as a horse, you eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, you're always taking your vitamins, you're exercising daily, doing everything you can to not get sick, you still can and will get sick when flu season comes around. It's happened to me. There were times where I thought I wasn't going to get sick. I got sick without the vaccination. So it still can happen easily when you don't think it can. So make it a responsibility to do your part by saying yes to vaccines.